Hello, this is Ryan with Pro Trailblazer, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a tiling texture in Photoshop using generative AI and some processes for making sure you can get seamless, high-quality textures for motion graphics, video game development, website designs, or just your general digital illustration project you're working on. Let's get into it. I've got Photoshop open here, and I've got a flame image that I just created really quickly using generative AI in Photoshop. Thing is if we select all and we copy and paste it to a new layer, I'll throw away this old one, and we filter and we offset it, the thing about these images is they're not tiling. So if I go to offset here, what we can see is that this is not a seamless image, and that does not work well for texturing at all in motion graphics. It's got to be a seamless texture. So that's what we're going to look at on how to fix. Let's get into it. I've got a document that is 10,000 by 10,000 pixels. I'm going to start with a generative fill that says fire background. So fire background is the prompt that I'm using, and the reason why I use background instead of like tiling or seamless or texture is because it's more image based. I can make it tiling, I can make it seamless. If I add in those prompts, it's going to make tiles or it's going to make a texture, and that's not what I want Photoshop to do right now. I want it to give me a texture that I can make seamless and tiling. So here we are. Here's some options that we've got to go with. They're all looking pretty good. This one's got a lot of black to it, which I think from a texture standpoint, that'll be pretty noticeable. Let's try again here. We'll start with one of these and then we'll generate again. All right, let's see what we get out of a second go at it based on this particular image. I'm actually kind of hoping that the flames fill top to bottom, kind of top left, bottom right. Let's see here. That's much better. This is way better here, this first one. All right, so I'm going to pick this first one to go with and tile this one out. And the very first thing I'm going to do is select all. I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it to a new layer. And I'm just going to trash the generative AI. There's no reason for it at this point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Filter, Other, and Offset. What we need to figure out is where the seams are at, and we need to get rid of the seams. So here we are, and here's the seams. Now, there's a lot of different tricks with using generative AI to remove the seams. I've found that the most straight to the point solution is to just delete the seam entirely and then use generative fill without any prompts to fill in the gaps. And what it'll do is it'll actually notice these connections and these flows between the flames or fabric or mercury or water, whatever you're using as a texture. It's going to do a pretty good job at filling this in most of the time. And you're still going to need to do this process 3 or 4 times. So if you're brand new to texturing, if you're brand new to Photoshop, if you're new to all things digital creative, this might seem arduous and time involved. However, the way it's been done with clone stamping and layers and blending, like this has been an art for a long time that's very, very difficult to do. So the fact that this is being done in an automated sense is kind of mind-blowing, really. So there we are. So it filled in the blanks. It created next to no seams at all. It's a really good job for this tutorial. And if I offset it here and we move it, we're having a hard time even finding where the seam used to be. So I can see it. It's right here. This is the basic spot where the seam is. And the reason why there's going to be a seam the second time around is because the edges of what we filled in created a seam on themselves. So this area right here needs to be refilled in. So we're just going to refill it in. I may have gone too big on it, but we'll see how that works. We're going to merge this again here. And then if we go to Filter, Other, Offset, let's see what we got. Now we're talking. So this is looking great. And, you know, I think that like if I were to use this on a professional project, these patterns that are really recognizable, like this black area right here, is something that I'd probably want to fix. So I would just delete that, generatively fill it again. Just wait for a couple of minutes. While it's loading up, make sure to like, subscribe, Pro Trailblazer. Thanks for watching. This is all things generalist creative. Pro Trailblazer is web development, motion graphics, sound design, optimization. All the things that I do as a freelance generalist digital creative is what I'm going to teach you how to do. So we're going to be looking at a ton of different things at Pro Trailblazer. Thanks a lot for watching. Here we are. We've got that filled in, and I think that's about it, really. I mean, you can finesse it and make it exactly what you want for as long as you'd like. However, I'd say this is a done texture. We got a 10,000 by 10,000 pixel texture that was generated from AI. It was made seamless using the exact same process that I would have done manually, but it was automated using generative AI, and that allows me to just do more. So thanks a lot for watching Pro Trailblazer. Let me know if you have any questions, any tips, any ways to optimize what you just saw, and make sure to like and subscribe.